Hi, I'm Mindy, and welcome to Unlocked and Unleashed After 50. Today, I want to talk to you about reimagining or reinventing our lives after the age of 50. You see, I've spent my entire life living like a leaf on the wind. I just did whatever I thought I was supposed to do. I did whatever society told me I was supposed to do. The thing is, I never went in with a plan. But we get to an age when we're headed toward our 50s, maybe a little bit beyond, where we realize the kids are getting ready to fly the nest. They're going off to school. They're starting their own lives. If you haven't had kids, maybe it's just that you've been working at a career or a job and you used to love it, but now you don't. If you're from the United States or some of these countries where things are just kind of going crazy, feeling numbed out, drinking too much wine on the patio, whatever it is that you do to numb yourself out, to check out from this freaking mess that's going on in the world. So if that's you, come on this journey with me. Let's reinvent our lives. So we've lived with all these rules that we play in life as if we're a cast of characters in someone else's play. And that, one role might be parent or daughter, mother, wife, career woman. For me, it was real estate and career woman. I was mom, I was daughter, I was friend. I had all these rules and I tried to play them by society's standards rather than always playing them by what I wanted. And while I was doing that, I lost who I was in the mix. I forgot who is Mindy and what are her dreams. Yes, I got to do some really fun things. I'm not going to lie because I kind of lived my life like a leaf on the wind. Is it led me to have a really good life, but at the same time, I wonder how much more adventure and excitement I would have gotten had I known who I was. So there's three main concepts that I want to talk to you about. The first is discovering what are our values. The one thing that I see today, probably more than anything, is people, they think they have values, but we can tell by the way that they're conducting their lives that they're not living by those values. So let's think about someone who cheats on their partner. Maybe you believe in the sanctity of a relationship, whether it's in a marriage or just a committed relationship, but yet if you feel your partner is maybe cheating on you, you do a retaliatory cheat on them. And it's not uncommon. I get it. As you're maturing, this is something that maybe I know I've done in the past. But when I started to know who I was, I didn't do that because it didn't align with my core values. You see, I know my values and I draw a line in the sand when it comes to crossing those values. So that's our moral values. Now, the other values that we have are what I would think of as our standard of life values. So, for instance, I value family, I value honesty, I value integrity, I value being able to help people in my coaching business transform their lives and step into that next chapter of their life. It's really important that we live a life that we are aligned with and not necessarily the life that we went into because we thought we were supposed to do that or we thought we were supposed to stay. So if I think about what I got my college degree in, which is business, that was great. And I got out and I moved to a ski resort where I managed a restaurant and I was having the time of my life. But after a few years, I got burnt out. I got burnt out on the long hours. I didn't get to spend the kind of time with my son that I'd like to because every single holiday I was busy working. And that's how the restaurant business is. So it no longer aligned with my values of being more present with him as he was growing up. Where my mom's realtor said, "You should get your real estate license. I think you'd be really good at this." So I went to real estate school and I got my real estate license. And within 6 months, made more money than I had in an entire year of being salaried in what I spent 4 years going to school for. So you can see how when we know our values, sometimes it leads us to that next place in life. Didn't realize is that real estate was going to provide me with so much freedom. And when my daughters came along, I now had the freedom to raise them on my terms because I didn't have a boss. I was my own boss. I could make my own hours, and that aligned with my values. So it's really important that we discover what are our values and think of some different things like adventure. I love adventure. I love travel. I love nature. I love being outdoors and hiking. Something that aligns with my values is a career that allows me to do that. Well, guess what? Now that I've created this new chapter of my life, I run women's retreats here in Costa Rica where I live, where I get to take the women on adventures. And the second concept that I want you to take into consideration is discovering what are your passions. Maybe you're passionate about style. Maybe you're passionate about your family and you really want to create the best life you can around your family and how you can create more time with them, more special memories with them. Or like me, maybe it's travel. And how do you bring more of that into your life? Let's think about our careers or our jobs. Are you passionate or still passionate about what it is that you've decided to do with your life? Or are you like I was, where I was getting really burnt out on real estate? Like I loved what I did and I loved helping people. But, when my clients were calling me or potential clients and I was growling like, oh, I got to go show property, that was kind of a hint that I was no longer into the life thing as a realtor. And it was time for me to do something else, something new. We want to know what our values are. We want to understand what our passions are. And then think about what are your personal assets. And when we think about personal assets, this is not our bank account, our 401k, or how much our house is worth. What we want to think about are what are our personal assets. You see, I'm an introvert by nature, so getting on YouTube is not one of my personal assets, and I'm still fumbling my way through this, so maybe as of right now, it's still not a personal asset. But one of my personal assets is I can really connect well with people. And having put people in my car for 25 years of real estate, getting to know them, they would tell me their life story within an hour of getting to know me. All of it was leading me to where I am right now, where I get to help women and men all over the world recreate their life because I can connect with them. I'm an empath by nature, so I can step into someone else's shoes and understand where are they coming from with this thing? Why are they driven to behave like this? And it was just something natural. But if it's not natural to you, just know that it can be something that can be developed. And so we want to look at our personal assets, like what do I have right now that doesn't need to be developed or maybe just needs to be refined a bit? What do I love to do that maybe needs more refining, like me on YouTube talking to you right now? So personal assets could be maybe you're really great at art, maybe you're really great at social media or copywriting, maybe you're really great at connecting with people. Think about those three concepts: your values, not just your moral values, but what do you value in your life? What are you passionate about, even if you haven't been experiencing those things? And of course, your personal assets. And what are some things that you would like to be a personal asset? I have many clients who were not good at speaking and they did things like join improv, where now they love getting up on stage and speaking in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. These are the things that we can use. We put them together almost like a jigsaw puzzle so that we can begin creating that next chapter of our life. Now, if you enjoyed my videos, if you would like and subscribe, help support a small YouTube channel as I'm growing, as I'm practicing this. Thank you for being so patient and being here with me. But I hope to provide more videos that will really help all of you step into that next chapter of life, no matter what your age is, but step into that next chapter in such a way that it empowers you and gives you more confidence and makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning because you love your life. That's what it looks like to reinvent our lives after the age of 50. If you've enjoyed this conversation and you would like more intimate conversations with myself and my community, please join my free Skool Community, House of Bold Manifestation. The link is below. I have a free 14-day manifestation challenge in the community once a month and have live coaching, even in the free community, a live Q&A that's very interactive. You'll be the first to know about our workshops, our master classes, and all the fun things that we do as a community. So I hope you decide to join us over there. Like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos around mindset, manifestation, living a little more boldly as we go into this next chapter.